1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey BigStuf, this last year of my life, I've learned what it means to be truly full. So full, I can equate it to a grown tick on a Mississippi hound dog. To give you the backstory on this road to fullness, I'd like to share with you how my life was turned upside down. I graduated high school with a plethora of accomplishments, and as each award, compliment, and achievement came my way, I began to feel more and more self-sufficient. I had this whole life thing under control, and everyone seemed to be pretty pleased with me, if not admiring me, in my mind. I chose to take each blessing that came my way as righteousness that was mine due to hard works and determined efforts. Of course, saying out loud that I thought I had control of my life sounds terrible and crazy, but it's real. I went into my first year of college stuck in a works-based religion. In my mind, I had to do something to be in good standing with God. Of course, I knew that I was saved through faith and not by works alone, but for some reason, I had bought into the idea that I would really be okay with Him, or He would love me even more if I did all these things that a good Christian girl would do. I wanted control, and control ruled my life. I wanted control over where my future was headed. I wanted control over my grades. I wanted control over my body image and therefore my reputation. And craziest of all, I wanted control over where I stood with God. As I explained in the application, this desire for control over my eating and my perfect body image led me to anorexia, which pulled me out of college and flipped my world on its head. Through an eating disorder, God brought me to a place of surrender. He brought me to the edge of my self-sufficiency and pleaded with me to fall on the ground and surrender this control that I had caught myself in. Like He said in John, if a grain of wheat refuses to die and fall to the ground, it will always only remain one seed. I was holding on to life the way I thought was best, and I was buying into the idea that my grain of life was better when in my own control than when on the ground, completely submitted to the soil and rain of God's will. In treatment for my eating disorder, as each area I thought I had control over was taken away from me, God began to show me I never really had control to begin with. I strove for perfection, trying to be in control and trying to manage each aspect of life, but He drove me to the point where I had to really choose what I believed. Did I trust Him enough to surrender my weight, my grades, even my reputation that my flesh so badly desired and so badly wanted? Of course, in the moment it was easy to say, yes, Lord, nothing compares to You. Why would I ever put that above You? But each day I fight temptations to take a sliver of that control back. I want so bad to have the ball in my own court, to have a body everyone envies, and to be the best daughter, athlete, student, good Christian girl that's ever walked the planet. But that's my flesh. That's the human nature in me that feels entitled to a good life, entitled to the right to have beauty and success. Because it is my life, the devil whispers in my head. But I have no rights to claim. If anybody had rights to claim, it was Jesus. And He didn't. He didn't consider equality with God something to be grasped. He made Himself nothing, taking on the nature of a servant, and He became obedient to death, even death on the cross. I want to have that incredible attitude where I completely lay down the rights that I never even really had, so that I can become completely dependent on God, living my life waiting expectantly for His direction instead of trying to manage this perfect image that my flesh has dreamt of. So now, as I gain weight and recover from my eating disorder, I follow a meal plan that makes me feel full. But being so full has led me to discover a newfound appreciation for emptiness, not just physically, but also in the fleshy compartments of my heart. I can appreciate the initial pain and discomfort that comes when I empty my hands and fully release control to God, because in the end, it was always His to begin with. And in the end, I'm grateful for all that He brought me to. As frustrating as this eating disorder was, that's what it took to wake me up, to make me fully surrender my life to Him. And it's not been perfect, and I'm still working on areas of control that I hadn't even recognized were part of my life. But I'm so grateful for where He's brought me now, and I can't wait to use what He's shown me to touch the lives of other kids and to just fully serve Him with a heart of love rather than striving for good works. And I hope that you see the excitement that I have and the passion that I have to come and serve at BigStuf this year. Thank you so much. I want to apologize for all the distractions of the wind and the airplane and the barking dog, but I decided to keep it all, because isn't that the way life is? Distractions will always surround us and threaten our focus, but God will forever be in control.